Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome back to Countdown to College Radio with your host, Beth Pickett.
Tyson of ETS, the Educational Testing Service, talking about the TOEFL. And Eileen, when we left for the break, we were talking about those students in the U.S. who have been here for a year or two in high school. And what you were saying, if I heard correctly, was that every college will have guidelines, and the student, as a senior in high school, can contact the colleges and see for their particular situation if they're required to take the TOEFL.
Yes, that's right, Beth. And, if a college does not require it, then we tell students don't take it. But on the other hand, sometimes I have had counselors, guidance counselors, tell me that if they find their non-native speaking students didn't score as well as they would have hoped or as they would have expected in the critical reading section of the SAT or for the ACT, the English or reading sections, if they didn't score as well as they would have expected, sometimes these counselors do encourage their students to take TOEFL, even if the school doesn't require it, because it's a way of signaling to the college that this is a non-native speaker, and it provides additional information on maybe why that student did not do as well in the critical reading section. And it lets the college know that this is a non-native English speaker, and that they've accomplished an awful lot academically in spite of the fact of not being an English speaker.
Right, so it helps provide some context then for the college admissions office to understand other SAT or ACT scores.
It does. So I think that if students or parents aren't sure whether they should take the TOEFL or not, after checking with the university, have a conversation with your guidance counselor, because they can be a great source of information for you.
Now, if you are a student contacting the colleges to which you hope to apply, does that mean that you're taking the TOEFL in fall of your senior year? When do students take the TOEFL within their high school years?
That varies, Beth. We find some students take the test in their senior year in the fall. We find also some students decide to take it in their junior year, so they get a sense of what the test is and they can see what areas they need to improve in. So that when they take it again in the fall of their senior year, they've been able to have some learning activities in the summer to improve their English, so that when they do take it again, they're going to get a higher score.
Then I assume that the TOEFL is offered more than once a year.
Yes, it is. In fact, there are about 40 different test dates per year, but the number
40?
of 40. But the number
that's like once a week, okay.
The number of test dates in any particular location will depend on the demand, the number of students who want to take a test. But worldwide, we do about 40 different test dates. It's a very big operation to offer the test worldwide. And in fact, the TOEFL test is offered at more than 4,500 test centers around the world, and it's recognized by more than 7,300 colleges and around the world for their own admission purposes.
Okay, so students really don't have to stress out about making sure that they get one particular date on their calendar, and if they miss that date, they've blown it for the year.
That's right, Beth. But
okay.
It is wise to always plan ahead.
Always good to plan. I'm totally with you on that. Well, now we talked earlier that you said the top score on the TOEFL exam is 120. I'm wondering both what a more average score would be, and would a student have to be about as fluent as a native speaker to earn that 120, or would they just have to be a highly capable second language speaker?
Let me take the second question first.
Okay.
In order to receive the top score on a TOEFL, it's not necessary to speak as well as a native speaker. The test recognizes that these are non-native speakers, so you can still score very high and still have a few errors in grammar or vocabulary.
A lot of American students have problems with their grammar too. So
absolutely, we've and we've done research, Beth, to see how well native speakers do on the TOEFL test, and they do score a bit better, which is exactly what we'd want to see. So we know that the test is measuring what we're hoping it will. So as far as students scoring well, yes, they can, even if they have some errors in their speaking. Let's see, and the first part of the question?
A more average,
yes.
Sort of an average score. If you get, I came out with a 60, I'm right in the middle of the pack, or is the average more 80? Or,
when we look at TOEFL test takers all around the world and how they score on the test, the mean score, the average score, is a 79 out of 120. When we look just at those who are taking it for admission to college, that average score is a 76 out of 120. Now, most American universities ask for a score somewhere, 79 is the most common score requirement, 79 or 80, but some will ask for as high as 100.
Okay, so different colleges might say, if you're speaking a foreign language, in order for us to accept you, to offer you admission, you have to get at least at this particular score on the TOEFL.
That's right. Yes.
And the students can find that out by contacting the college admission office, I guess.
They can contact the college admission office, and most universities will put an indication on their website of what they're looking for, but not all. Some universities are looking at the full application. They're looking at other evidence of English proficiency in the transcripts, such as how is the student doing in their English classes at the high school. And so it's not just the TOEFL score. In fact, I should say that all universities really are looking at not only the TOEFL score, but other evidence of English in the application.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to have to write an essay as well as all the other students who are applying to that college, I would imagine.
That's right.
The essay portion of the applications.
Yes,
well, if a student, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was agreeing. Yes, they would need to do all the other aspects of the application that native English speakers would too.
If a student wants to study in the U.S. and wants to take the TOEFL and get about an average score, do you find that they need at least 2 years of English, at least 4 years of English, at least 6 years of English? How long should they, what should they have under their belts before they try to tackle the TOEFL to get an average score?
No, Beth, I wish I had a magic answer for that.
There's no magic answer. Gosh,
the right answer that would fit every student. The preparation that a student needs in order to be able to take the TOEFL is really the same preparation they need in order to succeed in their high school classes academically. You know, when we're out playing soccer or we're at we're hanging out together, we use a different kind of English. We use a social English, which is different than what's used in an academic classroom situation. So students need to have been using English in an academic environment. That's what will help them really be ready for taking the TOEFL. But, you know, there's also, there's lots of, test preparation materials that students can take just to get a sense of, is my English ready? Is it good enough yet to take the TOEFL?
We are down to our last minute, so I want to get in some quick logistics questions. How do students register for the TOEFL?
The students can register online. That's the way most students register.
And I'll go ahead and give a website that I've got for you guys.
That's right.
www.TOEFLGoAnywhere.org, TOEFL, goanywhere.org. So they go there and they can register.
And, that site is really a great resource for both students and counselors, and parents as well, of course, to find out all the basics of, what you need to do for TOEFL testing. I mean, it has information on what does the test measure. It has answers to questions that students most frequently ask about TOEFL. We even have a timeline for test takers. 6 months in advance, we suggest you do this. 2 months before, do that, and 48 hours before the test. So it's a very nice, organized process for preparing for the test.
Go and check it out. Eileen Tyson, thank you for joining me on Countdown to College Radio to tell us about the TOEFL.
Thank you so much for having me.
To find out more about TOEFL, you can go to that website, TOEFL, TOEFL, goanywhere.org. Thanks for taking the time to tune in to Countdown to College Radio today. I'm Beth Pickett on WSRadio.com.
Take your company to another level by combining the reach of your email list with the power of a custom video. Introducing eVideoPros.com. Personalized and professionally produced videos instantly streamed to your emails list, informing them about that new product or service, sale, or event. Using customized video footage of your own voice, face, and company. eVideoPros.com will do it quickly, inexpensively, and conveniently. And what's more, live links surrounding your streamed video email will connect your audience to your website for information to place an order and get instructions. And they can forward the same video email to their friends. So forget expensive direct mail or mass media advertising. You're at your keyboard, so type in eVideoPros.com now and request a sample to be quickly emailed. Make your mark using innovative video email from eVideoPros.com.
The bottom line is social media can add to your bottom line. This is Angie Swartz, host of Twitter Talk Radio. To learn how social media can work for you, log on to freesocialmedianewsletter.com. Receive regular, short, helpful tips that will show you how social media can take your company to the next level. It is absolutely free and worth every penny. That is freesocialmedianewsletter.com. freesocialmedianewsletter.com.
You and Navy Mutual Aid Association. We've been through a lot together since 1879. In those days, they spoke a little more formally, but our mission statement remains the same.
Our mission is to aid our members and their dependents or beneficiaries by providing with certainty and promptness a substantial sum for their relief, with insurance plans at as near the actual net cost as possible.
In other words, we offer low-cost, high-quality insurance so that your family will be taken care of. We do have a lot more choices now. Coverage is available to you and your family with no war or aviation clauses and no military or travel restrictions. Visit NavyMutual.org to obtain a quote, apply for the insurance, or fill out the forms. Or you can reach us at 800-628-6011 to speak with us in person. Navy Mutual, serving you since 1879.
When it comes to printers, Canon technology has changed the way images and text are put to paper. Canon's laser beam printer technology has redefined both color and black and white printing standards in over 80% of the world's laser printer. Canon's bubble jet printing technology has completely revolutionized color printing by consistently delivering new innovations from personal use and home office businesses to corporate solutions. Canon printers have the technology and reliability you're looking for. Learn more at Canon.com.